None of my rules of success will work unless you do. The most satisfying feeling you can get in the gym is the pump. You cannot get tired if you're interested in what you do. That's the key thing. The worst thing I can be is the same as everybody else. I hate that. Failure is not an option. Everyone has to succeed. Positive thinking can be contagious. Being surrounded by winners helps you develop into a winner. The mind is the limit. As long as the mind can envision the fact that you can do something, you can do it, as long as you really believe 100%. If you work hard and play by the rules, this country is truly open to you. You can achieve anything. Help others and give something back. I guarantee you will discover that while public service improves the lives and the world around you, its greatest reward is the enrichment and new meaning it will bring your own life. No matter the nationality, no matter the religion, no matter the ethnic background, America brings out the best in people. Well, you know, I'm the forever optimist. What is the point of being on this earth if you are going to be like everyone else? Start wide, expand further, and never look back. If my life was a movie, no one would believe it. For me, life is continuously being hungry. The meaning of life is not simply to exist, to survive, but to move ahead, to go up, to achieve, to conquer. Money doesn't make you happy. I now have $50 million, but I was just as happy when I had $48 million. Be hungry for success, hungry to make your mark, hungry to be seen and to be heard and to have an effect. And as you move up and become successful, make sure also to be hungry for helping others. You know, nothing is more important than education, because nowhere are our stakes higher. Our future depends on the quality of education of our children today. If you want to turn a vision into reality, you have to give 100% and never stop believing in your dream. As you know, I'm an immigrant. I came over here as an immigrant, and what gave me the opportunities, what made me to be here today, is the open arms of Americans. I have been received. I have been adopted by America. You have to remember something. Everybody pities the weak, jealousy you have to earn. Dreams are for the dreamers. Goals are for achievers. I went from being the Terminator to being the Governator. If you don't find the time, if you don't do the work, you don't get the results. The more knowledge you have, the more you're free to rely on your instincts. I love it when people say that something can't be done. That's when I really get motivated. I like to prove them wrong. Early to bed, early to rise, work like hell, and advertise. Have a vision, trust yourself, break some rules, ignore the naysayers. Don't be afraid to fail. I'm a big believer in hard work, grinding it out, and not stopping until it's done. My definition of living is to have excitement always. That's the difference between living and existing. To be successful, however, you must be brutal with yourself and focus on the flaws. If you don't have a goal, if you don't have a vision, you'll just drift around. And you're not going to be happy. What is not okay is when you fail, you stay down. Whoever stays down is a loser. I don't like being comfortable. Once you get used to it, it's hard to give up. I'd rather stay hungry. I like the color red because it's a fire. And I see myself as always being on fire. In our society, the women who break down barriers are those who ignore limits. You'll get more from being a peacemaker than a warrior. I knew I was a winner back in the late 60s. I knew I was destined for great things. People will say that kind of thinking is totally immodest. I agree. Modesty is not a word that applies to me in any way. I hope it never will. Learned helplessness is the giving up reaction, the quitting response that follows from the belief that whatever you do doesn't matter. Forget Plan B. To test yourself and grow, you have to operate without a safety net. I welcome and seek your ideas. But do not bring me small ideas, bring me big ideas to match our future. Don't go where it's crowded. Go where it's empty. Even though it's harder to get there, that's where you belong and where there's less competition. You can't climb the ladder of success with your hands in your pockets. The pain you feel today will be the strength you feel tomorrow. You must have a sincere and burning desire to achieve what you dream, dedicate yourself to making progress, and take control of your circumstances to change your body. The last 3 or 4 reps is what makes the muscle grow. This area of pain divides the champion from someone else who is not a champion. That's what most people lack, having the guts to go on and just say they'll go through the pain no matter what happens. Training gives us an outlet for suppressed energies created by stress and thus tones the spirit just as exercise conditions the body. The resistance that you fight physically in the gym and the resistance that you fight in life can only build a strong character. I'm addicted to exercising and I have to do something every day. Strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strengths. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength. There are no shortcuts. Everything is reps, reps, reps. Just like in bodybuilding, failure is also a necessary experience for growth in our own lives, for if we're never tested to our limits, how will we know how strong we really are? How will we ever grow? You have to build the ultimate physical machine, but also the ultimate mind. I am absolutely ecstatic about it. To say you are one of the 50 favorite villains and one of the 50 favorite heroes in the history of American motion pictures, that is unbelievable, and I felt very honored. All exercises that you do with your own body weight are great. It doesn't matter what party you come from. The key thing is that you work on behalf of the people rather than on behalf of the party. I believe in love it, or change it, rather than love it, or leave it. I can multitask very well. But I know exactly when to block off anything coming in from the outside and just stay focused on the film. You can never find a candidate that will agree with everything you believe. Then you would just have a clone, and that doesn't exist. Pain makes me grow. Growing is what I want. Therefore, for me pain is pleasure. I do the same exercises I did 50 years ago and they still work. I eat the same food I ate 50 years ago and it still works. You've got to believe in yourself, you've got to have a very clear vision, and you've got to have the fire in the belly and go out and not be shy with working because it takes a lot of work. I think that people are interested seeing me on the screen. I believe in the philosophy of staying hungry. If you have a dream and it becomes a reality, don't stay satisfied too long. Make up a new dream and hunt after that one and turn it into a reality. The facts are there that we have created, man has, a self-inflicted wound that man has created through global warming. I think the first and most important thing is that you've got to have a goal and a vision.